My name's Dr. Mike Scanlon, and I'd like to do some somatic tracking with you. So we use somatic tracking whenever you notice pain or you notice that negative thoughts, perhaps even thoughts linked to the pain that you're experiencing, are pushing their way in, or when you feel flooded by negative, difficult emotion, again, linked to your pain or maybe just difficult, negative emotion. And you stop, and that's the first part of somatic tracking. And you just wait, and you smile, and you give yourself a few moments. And if you have a breathing exercise that works for you to just establish some calm, maybe even just to take a gentle breath in, and a slightly longer out breath. That's it. Maybe another one. Gentle breath in, and a slightly longer out breath. Just pursing your lips and being in charge of where that air goes. Establishing that sense of, do you know what? I'm kind of leading this process. I'm in charge. And we find that pain, we find that discomfort, that emotion, that thought. And we kind of try and notice it with interest, perhaps even curiosity, but with no emotional reactivity. We don't pull away from the pain. We don't do anything with the pain. We just merely notice it with curiosity. And if you look at my slide, we meet our pain in a similar way to a hiker that gets to the top of a beautiful ridge and looks out and just gazes with no emotion, just curiosity at what they see. And this is a very similar stance. We pay attention now to the pain from our stance of this hiker, looking at the pain and checking it out and being curious about it. And we pay attention to that pain, noticing whether it moves, whether that pain shifts around or changes in quality, but still without emotion. And we accept that this pain is happening right now. And we realize that this thought that accompanies it, or this bodily sensation, we could call it that, couldn't we, is transient, and it's caused by our brain. So this pain, the thoughts that accompany it, any emotion that pushes its way in, this pain is transient. The quality shifts, it moves, it changes. And we notice that it's just a thought. Maybe we even say that to ourselves quietly, because we're paying attention to the pain and the thoughts and the sensations. And we maybe quietly say to ourselves, what's occurring here is neurons firing in my brain. That's what's happening here. And we remind ourselves that because these are just sensations, they're not in any way actually distressing. It's just discomfort. It's just thoughts telling me that it might be scary or dangerous or wanting me to protect myself. But our job is to remind ourselves that these sensations are not actually dangerous, because they're not. And they cannot harm us. And then, as we sit, perusing, acknowledging this view, we find a different way to respond to it. We tell ourselves, do you know, I don't actually need to do anything about this pain that I'm observing, experiencing, being curious about. I don't have to do anything with it right now because it's harmful, and it will change, and it may even pass and shift. And then we tell ourselves, do you know what? As a historical human being, I know I'm feeling pain and I'll be okay. I'll be just fine. This is something happening within me, but there's actually nothing wrong with my back, my head, wherever the pain is showing up. There's actually nothing wrong because I am a healthy, strong person who feels pain. And we might just remind ourselves, I am experiencing pain and I am also safe. And there's no danger from these nerve impulses. And we smile. There is no danger from these nerve impulses which stem from neurons firing. There is no danger from these nerve impulses that stem from neurons firing. We acknowledge that. And we just finish by reminding ourselves that I am safe and I am not in any danger. Well done. And we need to do this whenever we start to notice that pain or thoughts about pain are interrupting our day. And it's called somatic tracking. Well done.